My friends, I have been craving fall crochet like most people crave pumpkin spice lattes. Hello, and welcome to Blah Blah Black Sheep, a yarny podcast hosted by me, Sarah Korth of SEK Handmade. I am so glad you are here today. We're going to round up some fall cardigans. I love a good cardigan, especially this time of year. I feel like it's the perfect transition piece from warmer weather to really chilly weather. It can be worn in a variety of situations, and it can be easily taken on and off as these fall days start off cool, get hot, and then cool down again. It is officially fall, but even so, Mother Nature has some hot days left in her. The great news is now's the perfect time to start a fall make so that when the weather turns more permanently chilly, you'll be ready to go. Today, I'm rounding up 5 fabulous cardigan patterns. I've chosen a variety of patterns, so I hope there's something here for everyone. The first pattern I'm going to share with you is a super classic cardigan. This is the Mountain Peaks cardigan by Janine, Myska, and it is a paid pattern. As I said, this pattern caught my eye for its very classic feel. It's got a long silhouette, those stripes are super fun and casual. I think it could really be a staple in anyone's wardrobe. This pattern is available on Ravelry, but she also has a book which includes this pattern in it. This pattern uses DK weight yarn and it is worked from the bottom up. I do want you to keep in mind that while the length and the stripes give it a distinctly casual feel, those are things that can be easily adjusted, shortening it up to make it a little more modern feeling. And there were several projects that showed the pattern made in a single color, which made it a really classy, classic cardigan, while allowing it to switch a little more easily between casual and maybe a little more dressy. The next pattern I want to share with you is your classic fall hoodie. I know I often turn to a hoodie in the fall to throw on when it's chilly out, and I think this is a fun play on that. Same classic style with all the fun of it being handmade by you. This is the Sweater Hoodie by Wannipa Yunker, and it is a paid and free pattern. This uses worsted weight yarn. It is a dropped shoulder construction, which means there'll be a seam at your shoulder that comes all the way to the edge of the body. There's no shaping in this pattern, but I do think that that's pretty appropriate for the boxy, casual feel of a fall hoodie. One of the things that I do really love about this pattern that I think elevates it just a little bit is that the ribbing around the edge of the cardigan and the hood is not your classic rib. Instead, it's this really fun textured edging that I think really adds a fun handmade element to this. Next up, I have a pattern that is a twist on a classic granny square and has become a very popular pattern. This is the Jethro, just Jethro, by Tanis, Lavallee. The classic granny squares are so much fun to play with colors. If you think of granny squares as something that's very old lady, I encourage you to look at the projects on this one because there are a lot of really fun modern color combinations. Use that and you will elevate this right away. It is a paid pattern, and I do want to warn you, it does include crochet and knitting. I think that unique construction is something that really has made this cardigan popular. I also think that people really enjoy the classic look of the knitted sleeve and border that goes around this cardigan. However, if you're like, I do not knit, don't worry. I think you could easily add a sleeve yourself and make it a fully crocheted cardigan. This cardigan is worked up in DK weight yarn, and as I said, it's a very popular pattern. I do encourage you to go look at all of the projects for many inspirations on color combinations. Next up for you, I have a really beautifully textured cardigan constructed in a unique way, but it is totally crochet this time. This is the Frosted Waves pattern by Anna Marie. It is a paid pattern and it uses a slightly finer yarn. It's going to require a sport weight yarn. If you're someone who would love a lighter weight garment, sometimes I feel like garments made in heavier weight yarns, especially in crochet, can be kind of chunky. moving towards a sport weight or fingering weight yarn might be perfect for you. And never fear, it still works up faster than knitting a fingering weight sweater. This is another bottom-up construction. It has such beautiful details. There are lots of tutorials that come along with this, so don't be frightened by that wavy pattern. I think it's, a great texture. Once you have it down, it repeats throughout the whole thing, so you can totally do this. I also want to encourage you to check out the projects on this one. There are, again, lots more fun color combinations to see than the designer could ever just show you on their own. I believe she uses 3 colors in her samples, and some of the projects use lots of colors and some of them only use 1. So check those out to visualize what different color combinations could be possible. Last but not least, I have the Nativo Cardigan by Stephanie Tajitos, and this one is another paid pattern. I wanted to be sure to give you at least one fingering weight option. I know that that's something that you either absolutely love or a little scared of. Don't be scared, you can totally do it. I really love the texture of this cardigan. I think it's kind of a more open fabric, but still falls solidly into a fall pattern. It's a raglan construction, which means it's worked from the top down, which is one of my favorite ways to make any garment. And it means it increases at 4 points, 2 in the front and 2 in the back to shape the garment. Super classic, super easy to get in a rhythm once you get going. While I think the texture of this cardigan is quite lovely, I am absolutely obsessed with the button band on this one. You guys, I love how smooth and almost knitted this button band looks. It's really a gorgeous way to finish off this beautiful cardigan. I do want to point out that all of these patterns are size inclusive. The one pattern that I could not find bust measurement on was the Mountain Peaks cardigan. It does say it goes up to size 5X, but depending on the designer, that can mean different things. So just something to be aware of. I do want to share with you a bonus cardigan because this is the cardigan I am currently making and I'm really loving it. This is the Kose Vest by Jemiah Hovers, and it is a paid pattern. It is a top-down raglan. It requires a bulky weight yarn, so if you want something that is fast and easy, this might be the pattern for you. I'm making mine in Blue Sky Fibers Techno in the color Club Gray. It's this nice deep gray, but has some really depth of color to it, which is something I love about all of Blue Sky Fibers yarn. I'm also going to be adding these gorgeous glitter buttons that are really going to make it pop. I am super excited for this. Don't worry, I'll show you when it's all done, so stick around and subscribe for that. I've shared with you a whole bunch of information here, and I don't want you to worry about hunting things down, especially based on my potentially terrible pronunciation of these poor designers' names. So make sure you check out the show notes, click the more, and I'll have links to all of the things so you don't have to hunt them down. Let's talk about what I'm wearing today. I have to say I was so excited to have a finished cardigan to wear today. This is the Mezzo cardigan by Jess Compan, and I have a whole review video on it that I'll send you to in the show notes below. For my earrings today, I'm wearing a really fun geometric hoop here, and these are by Aspen Glow Studios. I want to share some announcements. I have lots of fun new things coming up very soon in the future here, so if you would like to stay in the loop and get the best discount codes, I want to encourage you to go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. Link to that is also in the show notes below. My plans are I'm refreshing my Tamsin patterns, and so those will be being re-released this month, and then next month I have a really fun unique shawl that's coming out, as well as we're doing a mystery cowl. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really hope you'll join us for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found a cozy cardigan pattern that you want to dive into right away. I would love it if you would like, subscribe, turn on notifications, maybe even start your own little crochet along by sharing this with a friend and picking out a pattern together. Don't forget, all of those links are in the show notes below for easy finding of all the things. Until I see you again, happy crafting!